My name is Joost Akkerman. I'm Business Development Manager for Adobe and Google within Tech Data. Today I'm going to talk about Adobe Sign. So, to give you a short overview, I'm going to start by giving some general information about Adobe Sign, the features, benefits, and so on. Followed by giving you the added value for you as a reseller. Then I'll provide you the licensing models for Adobe Sign, followed by how to buy it through Tech Data, the promotions and deal registration that is currently active, who to contact within Tech Data in case of any questions, and I'm gonna end with a short demonstration. So, what is Adobe Sign? Adobe Sign is the e-signature solution of Adobe. It already exists for about 10 years, but previously it was integrated in Acrobat as an e-sign functionality. And since a year or three, there are separate licenses available for Adobe Sign. Adobe Sign is used to initiate a signing or approval workflow. So as a signer, you don't need Adobe Sign to sign documents. So persons that need to sign documents don't need any software. They only need a browser and an internet connection, and of course a device with that internet connection and access to browser. So the Adobe Sign license is only for the initiators of the signing workflow. So why Adobe Sign? Resellers often ask me why they should pay for an e-signature solution, why they can sign documents manually for free. So I think there are three ways in signing documents. First one is to schedule a physical meeting with all the parties involved in the signing of the document. So that starts with finding a date that fits for everyone. And afterwards, you need to travel to the location where the signing will take place. And once all the parties are there, then you need to sign the document. The amount of time is equal to the amount of parties involved. So if you're unlucky, it's a document of, let's say, 10 pages that you have to sign 3 times, in total 30 pages that need to be signed. So you can imagine that from scheduling the date for the signing process until the actual signing of the document, that can easily take days or even weeks. A second way in signing documents is, and I think that way was used when COVID first time hit, and we all were in lockdown at home, so physical meetings weren't allowed anymore, is by sending that document through mail to all the parties involved. So the first party had to print that document, sign it, scan it back in, send it back to the initiator, who in turn sends it back to the second party involved. They need to print that document again, sign it, scan it back in, and send it back to the initiator. So you see that's like more than 6 steps to get from a document to a signed document. And if you're unlucky, then it takes a lot of time, days or weeks, until that person has signed that document, because it's a difficult process that gets postponed because of all the steps that needs to be taken. So that takes me to the third way to sign a document via an e-signature solution such as Adobe Sign, which is very fast, very mobile, very secure, very easy to use, and it also is legal and compliant according to all EU legislations, which I'm gonna demonstrate in the demo later on. Adobe Sign is also part of Document Cloud family, so together with the Acrobat and Acrobat Pro DC. So with Adobe Sign, you have three types of signatures. The first one is an electronic signature. That's the most basic signature. For example, when a courier brings you a package at your home, you typically need to sign off on a tablet or a phone to prove that you received that document. That's a standard electronic signature. Then you have an advanced and a qualified electronic signature. The difference there is that these signatures use an external identifier to identify that you are the person that needs to sign the document. And these two types of signatures are only available through Adobe Sign. So the separate license, I mean. An advanced electronic signatures uses typically a mail address to identify the person or a phone authentication, while a qualified electronic signature gives an extra layer of security by using an external identifier that is provided by an official institute or government, like we have in Belgium with It's Me. Well, this slide just gives you the fact that Adobe Sign can be used anywhere, because I think Adobe Sign is not linked to a specific vertical or business or department. I think any organization, any department, everywhere, documents need to be signed. If it's sales, for signing quotes, or HR for signing contracts with new employees, legal for signing legal documents, and so on. So basically, Adobe Sign can be used anywhere, and that is what this slide wants to tell you. Adobe Sign is not only used to sign documents or start the signing workflow. You can give several roles into the workflow, so not only a signer, but also an approver, an acceptor, or a certified recipient. So a person that just needs to be aware of the process, but not have to sign the document actually. Also, you can use it as a form filler. So with Adobe Sign, you not only provide signing possibilities, but you can also provide several fill-in boxes to provide extra information such as name, date, company, and so on. So it can be used as an actual form filler workflow where a person first has to give information and end with signing that document. Adobe Sign as itself is a powerful tool, but it even gets more powerful because of its APIs that are included to integrate it, for example, with Microsoft 365. So with all the Microsoft 365 apps, such as SharePoint, Teams, Word, Dynamics, and so on, all have an Adobe Sign API to integrate the Adobe Sign functionality into that app or software. So besides Microsoft 365, you have also different integrations with, for example, Salesforce, Workday, Box, and so on. This slide illustrates you again how Adobe Sign is intertwined with Microsoft 365, and not only Adobe Sign, but also Acrobat and its PDF services. So these APIs that are available in all the apps you can see here. So what is the added value for you as a reseller? Maybe for the people that already selling Adobe products, the difference between your purchase price with us and the street price that you used to sell it to your ends, to your clients with Adobe Sign, that's bigger. So there's you have the ability to take more front-end margin than with other Adobe products. Also, there's a lot of support available from Adobe itself. So if you have projects with integrations and so on, you can rely on solutions consultants of Adobe itself. You have, like I told you before, you have the seamless integration with Microsoft 365, SharePoint, Dynamics, Salesforce, Workday, and so on. Also, Adobe Sign is Microsoft's only trusted solution for e-signatures. Hence all different APIs and integrations with all the apps. Also, there are a lot of sales and marketing assets available with Adobe through the CB connection page, such as demo scripts, email templates, data sheets, battle cards, and so on. And also you have the ability through deal registration to earn extra backend margin on any deal above 10 seats, but more on that later on. So how can you buy Adobe Sign? You have two types, two models in Adobe Sign. You have first the named licenses. That's the same way with all the different products of the other products of Adobe, such as Illustrator and InDesign and so on. So a named license is assigned to a specific user. That user has then 150 transactions a year. And transaction for Adobe Sign, it's important to mention, is one signing workflow. So no matter how many signature are needed on the document, that's still one signing workflow. Adobe Sign is also available in transaction mode. So that means that you pay per transaction. So you buy an amount of transactions beforehand. There can be one, there can be 10, 100, 1,000, 5,000, and so on. So that's a more flexible system, so which you can use based on the amount of signatures you're planning or think that you need throughout the year. So both licensing models are year licenses, so valid until the anniversary date. How can you buy Adobe Sign through Tech Data? There are two ways. You can buy it through the classic VIP, and that can be ordered through our Adobe Store on InTouch or through our license desk. And it's also available in the VIP Marketplace. That's the new way of license management of Adobe, which has the benefits in auto renew functionality, and you don't need to be Adobe certified to sell these licenses. At the moment, only Adobe Sign for small business is available through Stream 1, and that doesn't support all the API connections with, for example, Microsoft 365. So the promotions that are currently active is, for example, the first one is the Adobe Sign trial promotion, which basically means that you pay €1 or less for 50 transactions. This promotion is created to let end users have a taste of the Adobe Sign functionalities, but that end user needs to have an existing VIP number. He may not have purchased Adobe Sign previously, and it's only applicable for Adobe Sign for Business or Adobe Sign for Enterprise. And these transactions are also valid until anniversary date. The promo is at the moment valid until the 3rd of December, but probably is going to be prolonged for the next quarter. If you want more information on this, you can contact our license desk by mail or by phone. So the deal registration that I talked previously about have two two deal registrations currently active. So you have deal registration for small deals. Small deals means in named user licenses 5 to 9 users, or in transactions 750 until 1,000 for the 1,499, and on which you can earn extra 10% backend rebate on the value of that contract. Then you have the regular deal registration, where you can earn 25% backend rebate on the value of that contract, and that starts from 10 plus named users or 1,500 transactions. More information on that, you can contact our license desk again. So this is another overview of our team. So all the persons that you can contact when you have questions about Adobe. So through telephone or through mail, which is displayed on this slide. All right, so time for short demonstration. Okay, I'm gonna start from a regular document, Word document, which I'm going to use in the signing workflow. You can see here that I've added Adobe Sign tags. This is to make it easier for me when setting up the workflow. These tags allows you, when you drag this document into the Sign web portal, that the signing boxes or the name box are already provided through that tag. Yeah, you don't have to use it. You can do that in the process itself. So you will see later on, but it's a way to make it more easy for you if you have, for example, a document that you use frequently. For example, the same document to onboard new end users and so on. Then you can use that same document over and over again, and you can add these signing tags to provide form fields already when setting up the workflow. So now I'm going to go to Adobe Sign. Since I already have an Acrobat Pro license and a Sign license, the view is different than if you have only a Sign license, because I also have all the PDF services available through my Acrobat Pro licenses. For example, to export to the different types of the Microsoft apps, or to edit PDFs, combine PDFs, and so on. So all these tools are also available if you have an Acrobat Pro DC license, for example. But I'm going to sign, and I'm going to start the signing workflow with request signatures. So basically, in this first field, you see you have to fill in, of course, the signees, the person that needs to sign his or hers mail address. So in this case, I'm going to fill in Adobe TD Demo 2. That's an account that I created especially for this demo. Normally here you can can assign the role for that mail address, so a signer or an approver or just a certified recipient, and so on. You can also add a password, which you provide then to the person that needs to sign as an extra layer of security to open that document. So here you can see again, password protected. You can also set a reminder every day, every week, every business day, and so on. And these reminders will be sent until the document is fully signed. So you can add a message as well. So I'm going to do this. Sign this. Now I'm going to select the file that needs to be signed. So I'm going to click on Add Files. My computer, choose File from my computer. Documents. Adobe demonstration, and I'm gonna pick here the cover 2. You see this edit, it's just a Word document. It don't have to be a PDF. I'm gonna click on next. So now Adobe Sign is gonna convert that document into a PDF document, a signing document. Voila. So you see here already that the signature box is already added into the document, same as the date and the full name. That's because that I added these Adobe Sign tags who are translated into Adobe Sign into a signature field, a date field, and a full name field. If you don't do that, you just only have to drag, if you see on the right here, probably the first time you use Adobe Sign, this advanced editing will be off, so you have to click here to slide it on. But here you can drag then different boxes that you need into the document. But in this case, it's not needed anymore because I already did that through the Adobe Sign tags. So you have the signature fields, but you also have the sign info, name, email, date, and so on, company, data fields, and so on. So now I'm gonna send the document for signage. So here we go. So you see the document has now been sent to the person that needs to sign the document. You can change the layout of your Adobe Sign into you can add banners, logos of your company itself. So you can edit this layout as you want. All right, so I have sent the document, so I'm gonna click on done. I'm gonna log out for instance. Here we go. And then I'm gonna go to the mail account of the demo address that I've created. Go. Password. Here we go. Okay, two-step verification. Just gonna do that for a quick instance. Yeah, that's the security of Google itself. It's all right. So you can see the extra layer of security already here in your email account to confirm that you're actually that person. So here you can see that I've received the document of Joost Akkerman, so myself, to sign. Also here the layout can be adjusted accordingly. So you can, so the Adobe Sign or the Adobe reference, you can remove that and change that with the logo of your company and so on. Important to mention here is that if I want to sign, I just click on review and sign. But if you are not a person that needs to sign this document because you don't have the authority, you can still delegate the signing to a different user or a different person. Here I'm going to click on review and sign. So you see, I'm just going to accept all the cookies here. So you see the message that I have added at the start to assign this document. Still, you can hear also, if you don't not the person that needs to sign this document, you still can or decline the document to signing or delegate to another user and so on. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna click on the signing box. You have different ways to sign a document. You can type your name, you can draw a signature, you can add an image, for example, a stamp, or if you are opening this document on your mobile phone, you can use your finger to draw a signature. So for example, I'm just gonna use the draw functionality. I'm gonna sign here, Adobe TD. Here we go. And now I'm gonna fill in my name, Adobe TD demo. click on apply. So here you see that the signature is added. And if you look closely, because it's rather small, you can see also the date tag of when you signed that document. Also, it's added here, November 25th, and also my name. So still I have to, well, I had to give my name for legal reasons. Also, I have to still click again on click to sign. That was an obligation for legal reasons to avoid that you sign a document. Not on that you didn't accidentally sign a document. So that's here to confirm that you actually are deliberately signing that document. So here you go. So I signed that document. So I'm gonna close the screen and go back to my mailbox. And here you already see that I received, and everybody involved in the workflow will receive a copy of the document. You can here open it in your web browser, but you can also download that document. I'm gonna do that. Just gonna open this document in Acrobat. Give me a moment. So here you go. Just gonna zoom it somewhat to make it more readable. So here you can see just the signed document, his signature here, the date, and so on. You also see the blue ribbon above. That's the Adobe Sign certificate, which protects this document from editing later on, because when you try to edit, if I would try to edit now, that Adobe Sign certification will go away, will be expired because it's not valid anymore, because you signed, you edit the document and change it, which wasn't the document that the person initially signed. If you click on signature panel, you see here certification. So no changes are allowed. It's a valid certified document, and so on. And that's the proof that this document hasn't been tampered with afterwards, and makes it a legal binding document. If you scroll down, you also see the audit report, in which you can see all the steps that have taken place to get to the signed document. So first of all, a document was created by me, Joost Akkerman, on the 25th of November, on this particular hour, on this particular IP address, has been emailed to my demo account for signature, was opened by the demo account on that IP address, and so on, and signed, and so on. So every step is added into this audit report, and together with all the other security features, to make it a very secure way of signing a document. Okay, so I'm gonna click this away, and I'll go back to the Adobe Sign web portal. I'm gonna log in on my account. Go. So now I'm back in the role of initiator. I'm going to the Adobe Sign tag. Gonna click on Manage Agreements. And just to show you how easy it is to manage all the contracts that you have sent for signature, or are completely are completed by the person that needs to sign the document. You can see all the agreements here. You can click on in progress, all for the documents that still aren't finalized or are waiting for you for a signature, and so on. So I'm going to click on complete because this particular document was signed. So here you see this was the last one. Just going to click on this, and you can download the document itself or the full audit report, which is the same that I showed you earlier. So this is in the Adobe Sign web portal is an easy way to manage all your agreements that were sent out for signature. All right. So that was all. That was the demonstration. Just going back to the presentation. So that was all for the demonstration. Are there any questions? Okay, I'll take that as a no. Thanks for joining, and hope it was interesting for you. And if you have any questions later on, feel free to contact me or our license desk on TDAS software at techdata.be. And this presentation and recording will be sent to you later on. Bye.